of loud. Autzen Stadium in Eugene. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds the tight end. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Pulls and fires complete. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Moore to the air. Pulls it in. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with the first down. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
Hey, when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
The Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. That's reeled in, it's low. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Whittington. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And offensively, that is not ideal. That is not what you want. But you know what? Now you got a little bit more space. It's harder the closer you get in tight to the end zone. So now you got a little bit more space. Maybe you can make those throws out on the outside, spread them out a little bit, and throw the football.
The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Moore will throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This should be the last play of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. With the catch, it's Moore. At the 40, there he goes! And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Now on first down from the 28. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Now on second down. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Morris. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Makes the grab. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on second down. Snagged in the middle, it's Ross. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So now on comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. The field goal is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
On the run, it's Hughes. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
He's going to fire deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. Touchdown, Ducks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Completes it in the middle. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sticks, it's Morris. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, this quarterback started taking a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. Under fire. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 4th down, going to the air. Going for it all. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Off the play fake on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Here comes the offense on second down. Off the play fake. He unleashes a long one. He's got it on the outside. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
They'll leave it with him. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
The RPO fired complete to the left. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Trying play action. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. This is now a 7-point game.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. There he goes. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Got it in the middle, it's low. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Moore to the air. He'll get rid of it. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
They've got them pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
This time on target. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And this D's been very solid all across the board. And it's got to be a fun unit to coach, especially when you got quarterbacks out wide that you can just depend on. You can leave them on islands, you can vary coverages, and you see it right here. He breaks on the football, he understands where it's going, and that's such a luxury to have a guy out there that you can trust for a whole football game.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Pocket breaking down. Finds his tight end. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Looking downfield on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They'll try the run. Sweet cut there. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And this offense tries to run, and unsuccessfully. Nice defense up front. Nice job playing the run and the pass in a passing-type situation. Offense, they've got to get a little bit aggressive here. They need points on the board late.
Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Rushes on him. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Completion on this one. Oh, and they get to it. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game.